Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. Welcome to the Stitchuation Room. This is a virtual stitching retreat Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central, and where you hang out with me in here in my sewing room. Follow me on my sewing journey, and I hope you're inspired to put something under the needle. Good morning, everybody in the chat, and hello, all of my friends from down under. So glad you have gotten out of bed to join me. I know you do. I hope you guys had a great weekend. It is Monday, the 2nd of February. It is here. I did put my February mini quilt from Designs by Juju up. So I switched out January and got that up there and just thrilled with it. So now I've got to get onto the March one. I think we're going to do some of that this week and get started on it. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi. Little tardy this morning, had some technical difficulties. Yeah. So Frito and Dottie are outside with Daddy right now, and so as soon as they come back in, then we'll see the dogs. Okay, thank you, Patty. She says that's pretty. So had a great weekend. There was a little quilt show this weekend in my local town, and it was at the Methodist Church, and we had 115 quilts. I wanted to show you guys some pictures from there. Let me bring up that screen. It's just wonderful to have get together like that. And Keith, let me go to my recents so that they pop up. Okay, Keith actually won a ribbon. So proud of him. Let me see here. Let me get to where I can show you guys these. We had a lot of folks wander in from around town to come and hang out. So thank you, Ginger. She says the quilt your hubby did was beautiful. What a great job. I did post these pictures in our Facebook group. If you're not a member, please join if you do Facebook. So let me do this here, share my screen with y'all so you can see. I met some really nice people, the fellow judges. Let's see, here we go. So this was the night before. Let's go big. And here they're all just kind of placed wherever. And then we had a couple of ladies come in, and it was Pam and Roberta came in and said, oh no, this isn't going to do it all. We have to set them up by category. So thank goodness they did that. That's before the night prior. And this is what it looked like the night prior. So there they all are. No, this is the morning after. This is the next morning. So they've now come in. We have all of the oldest ones right up here because there was a prize for oldest quilt, youngest quilter, best hand tied, that kind of thing. And there is Keith's eagle. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. And there's all the little ribbons that we had. I was a judge, but of course I didn't judge my own. I can't do that. But that turned out really nice. There's my scarecrow quilt. That was a toss-up for the favored by all the judges. All right. So this one right here actually took best of show. I didn't get a super good close-up of it, but it is paper pieced. And it was all hand-driven, quilted on a long arm. And it was amazing. She did a great job. But look at all the folks coming in and looking at the quilts. And people wandering around and looking at them all. And so this is my red, white, and bloom. And that one won most fun. They thought that one was the most fun because I had actually turned the little lights on right down there in the, this is a KIMBERBELL. So this is the jar of fireflies. And there's one right here too. And so let me see, let me get around here. Okay. So there's all the judges. So this is Roberta and Pam and I. And we three are quilters. And so we kind of judge the more technical categories. And then Susan and Elaine are not quilters, and they judge the most fun or, best holiday, which were two of mine, right? So they don't know quilting. But all right, let me get past this. These are mine. So this is Candy Corn Quilt Shop. That's mine, and it won best holiday. We had a lot of holiday entries too. Let me get to, there's Keith. There he is. Very proud of his first ribbon. We were so proud of him. And yeah, there I am with mine. And he took two of everything, of course. I need to delete the doubles. And there's a really good shot of what it all looked like. Pam made this one right here. It was the one favored by the judges. These two were tied. She already had ribbons. I already had ribbons. I was like, we don't care. Toss a coin, right? And so this lady here in the blue, she was in charge of the whole show. So she made the decision that this one got it. I told her next time you need to have best applique and then best piece. Y'all, I want you to see this here. The lady in the blue actually made this quilt. Let me bring it in. These are historic. They were drawing. These are historic buildings around my little town. Okay. And the lady who in the blue, her name is Linda. What she did was she had pictures of these and she traced them onto these white linen fabric pieces. And then she hand stitched all of these. And this is the little chapel that's right next to the sanctuary that the show was in. And so it was just so nice. And I made sure that she won. Can you see the ribbon? I think it says best workmanship. I knew what she had done. I had gone to her house one day. And she had a pile of these little white things there. And I was like, what is that? She's a hand stitcher, obviously, right? I was amazed. So she really did a very good work. And then she just threw it into a simple black and white checkerboard quilt and it worked, right? It's amazing. So I always enjoy seeing that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of quilts for little old Lavernia. I know, Amy. Amy used to live right up the road. We were really surprised. We had 115 come in just in our area. So, and I got invited to a quilt group tomorrow morning where Pam and Roberta, they have the first Tuesday of the month. They do a sew-in at another local church. So they were like, come on by. And it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. So that just made my day. So, okay, we'll just hang out here till the dogs get back. Yes, I'm going to start. We're going to do Prim here in just a minute, y'all. But are you guys working on your Prim quilts? Because today I'm going to do the second to the last block. What am I looking for on this? Here's what I'm looking for. We're going to do the second to the last block. And if you've been following along, you should be almost done. I did get all 4 of the corner blocks done and they trim on mine. I'm doing the 6 by 10. They trim to 4 1/4. Okay. But you guys see what we did last week? It's finished. If you weren't here Friday, okay, it is finished with the little lights. This is Candy Corn. No, it's not Candy Corn Quilt Shop. This is Sweetheart Street Bench Pillow from KIMBERBELL. Didn't that come out just adorable? Oh my goodness. Love it. Yeah, too fun. I love it. So I had it on, I just got it up there on my long arm. The quilt that's on my long arm and my pro stitcher and I, we're at odds right now. So that's still on there. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. So Candy Corn Quilt Shop won Best Holiday. Y'all, it's just little fun ribbons. Linda said, I'm not doing this again. I had a budget of 0. And I said, well, you did an amazing job. She really did. So there is Candy Corn Quilt Shop. That is another KIMBERBELL. Y'all, I grabbed this one and Red, White, and Bloom on a whim on my way out the door. I was like, oh, let me take those too and see how they do. You know, just to put them out there to show a difference in the kind of quilts that you can make. So, and this was most fun. So it got a fun ribbon, right? Oh, the truck with the flag. That is a panel from Riley Blake called Red, White, and Boom. And I don't know if it's still available anymore, but it's lightweight enough I could hang it up on the door to block that sun for my lighting in here. The whole thing is, except for the borders. The borders are pieced, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the border is pieced. But this is just a panel. It came in a little lunchbox. It came in, if you can get the kit. Let me see. It came in a little lunchbox. That's this one. Yeah, this is a Riley Blake. Okay. Also this weekend, I spent some time creating trays. These are easy stacks. These are going to be all of the blocks for the America 250 quilt. 3-inch, 6-inch. A lot of them are doubled. And yesterday I had, let me show you the quilt. This is the quilt right here. Okay. And I am doing mine in American Gatherings 3 by Primitive Gatherings by Lisa Bonjean. So from Moda. So Valerie came over here Saturday after the show. And we went through all of the fat quarters in the Primitive Gatherings line and went through this entire book and decided which fabric was going to be used in which block. Okay. And let me grab them so you can see what I'm talking about. Because I had no fewer than a dozen people email me or message me and say, are you going to be, I need for you to be able to tell me exactly which fabric you're using in which block and how it's going to be laid out. Okay. So Valerie and I went through, see these, I put tape on there. That's embroidery tape. Okay. You want a quilt flag for a neighbor? There is a pattern for, it's called Liberty. It's by Villa Rosa Designs. And I actually did a video series on it. If you would like to make a nice one, that's a real good one. And the pattern's inexpensive. You can download it for $2 off of the Villa Rosa Designs website. It's called Liberty. That's a nice one. So anyway, we went through this, right? 6-inch. So like, this is it. Okay. I'll show you what so this is Wagon Tracks, the 6-inch block. Block number 1, this is letter C. Okay. Let me see where I have one that we used in 2. Let's see here. So here, like this is the small triangles block, 6-inch. On the first one of these, because you have to make 2 of them. On the first one, it's piece B, and on the second one, it's piece D. So that's what we did. Well, then yesterday, on 37 fat quarters, we did that. Okay. So yesterday, I put out a job opening on our Facebook group, and I said, I'm looking for an EQ8 wizard, and EQ8 is Electric Quilt 8. Dottie's here. And I said, I need somebody to put this together for me in EQ8 so that I know what it's going to look like. And I want to thank Diane from Katie Corners. She's the one, she's doing it for me. And she's the one who had these adorable little quilty magnets. If you were here a year ago, we did a little sew along to make these little quilty magnets. Love these. I've got them all over my fridge in my kitchen, but I just happen to have this one right here. So let's say hi to the girls, shall we? Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Well, Harriet says, what a friend. You know, yeah. Oh, Valerie's great. Okay, here we go. Frito, do you want your treats? Or are you going to sit over there and pout? She's very jealous, y'all. She's very jealous. Let's get our Dave biscuits. So it was a very quilty weekend. No, I got this big old bag in here now. I got new shoes. Okay. It was a very quilty weekend. Where's my girls? There they are. There they are. Yes, Dottie, you can have yours. And there's yours, Frito. Go ahead, baby. Yeah. She's so jealous of Dottie. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. But if I treat her first, she gets mean to Dottie. So, okay, we had to switch our chew sticks because the ones I used to get on Amazon, I got a notice from Amazon that they canceled my subscription for it because they're out. So we're going to go. So I'm pretty sure that was the name of it, was Red, White, and Boom. Come on, you guys. Run, run, run. Yeah, run, 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 Dottie. Here you go, baby. Good girl. Okay. That, you're probably not finding that truck panel because it's old. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. If it wasn't called that, let me know. Oh, well, Mo, this is so funny. Maureen says, Katie Corner is fantastic, extremely talented. So Maureen and Diane from Katie Corners, is actually not Diane. Hold on a second. Let me check this. Oh, I'm sorry, Red, White, and Bang. Red, White, and Bang. That is the name of that line. Red, White, and Bang. Okay. And it's by Riley Blake. Yep. Yep. There it is. Okay. Hold on just 1 second here. I am saying something wrong, y'all, and I've got to get it fixed. Yeah, it is Diane. Okay. So anyway, so hopefully it'll be sometime this week because the America 250 quilt is starting, Fat Quarter Shop said, in February. And so I keep checking their blog to look and make sure and see when that's going to start. But my goal is to have a layout for you guys with a list of each one of those fabrics from American Gatherings 3. And if you want to do that with me, if you can't pick fabrics, this is the way it's going to start looking. And I'm so excited about it. She sent me like 9 blocks last night and said, what do you think of this? And I'm like, oh, it's amazing. So I love that I can reach out to my quilty friends. It's a great thing. What a wonderful community, right? All righty. So let me get, oh, and these for you dog owners, Walmart. That's where I'm getting them, is Walmart. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm ready now. Yeah, I don't think it's available anymore. That Red, White, and Bang. It was really popular. So I don't think it's available anymore. Let's get the, let's go ahead and get the hoop in the machine and get to stitching Prim. We're making pineapples today. Oh, I guess I don't know if you can find the panel or maybe, so if you get the panel and a charm pack, you could do that. Let me turn this on. Okay, I did pull all of my threads for this. I love these little Laser Bee Studio trays. So I have all my threads ready to go in order, in stitching order. Okay. Walmart's delivering those to your dogs today. Oh, nice. So Sally Marshall found it on Etsy. Awesome. I should have linked to it if I could find it. I just didn't have time to go hunting around. Okay. Let's get this going. So it can stitch, and while it's stitching, we'll visit. Okay. So that other place that had those triple wrapped chewies, I don't know, out of business, who knows? I don't know what happened to them. Let's go to embroidery and the pocket for memory and USB and Prim. And what were these called? Pineapples? Be down here in the peas. Pears. That's it. Pineapples. Pears. Okay. There's tons of Red, White, and Bang on Etsy. Good. Thank you, Celia. Yeah, you guys can find that. I'll put a link to it below when I get done here today. Okay. So let's see here. I'm going to do set. And I'm going to turn it because I like to. Rotate 90 so it looks straight at me. Okay. And embroidery, I need to add a basting box. So I'm going to use that as a placement line for the background fabric. Okay. Yeah, if you guys want some, you got to jump on it, I need to add a basting box, and I remember that. Let me do an add. Is it memory? No, that's not right. Return. Okay, I'm in this. No. See, I always get confused because it's in a different place between the Luminaire and the 10 needle. I was using the 10 needle yesterday. Layout, basting box. Yeah, it's in the embroidery mode. Yep. Okay. That's good. Let me go ahead and get that stitched on there. Oh, good. Uh-oh. You know what, y'all? I don't have the machine threaded. Let's cut that. I got the idea. I trimmed that thread. I trimmed it. Okay. You love older quilt patterns? The book of the month at the Fat Quarter Shop is Great Granny Squared. If you like older quilt patterns, I got to rethread this whole thing, y'all. I can't tie it off because I forgot. Let me pull this out of here. We're just going to do this brunette. This is the first color that is used. There we go. Let me have a hold of this. Nope, it didn't do it. Stop. Great idea about doing the little lock stitch before you do a basting stitch. And that didn't work this time. It worked the other day. It's fine. That won't be seen. I just needed that done there. Okay. Let me put this down. What are you guys talking about? Does anybody else have trouble picking fabric? Mary, you are among friends. That's pretty much how it goes around here. Okay. Okay. This is the placement line for the fabric, and it's fabric P. So if you have trouble picking fabric, which I do, okay, you can do two things. You can find a reliable friend who has that gift and can help you. Okay. That's what Valerie is to me. And then, what did I say? Fabric P? Yes. You can do that. And then you can buy kits. And I'm a kit girl. Okay. So if you, you can have those color wheels, you can do all that. Scotty Dog sent me one and I appreciate it very much. And if I ever need it, I'll use it. I have it right up there nestled in the first box of Fat Quarters. But if you can't pick fabrics, that's what kits are for. So you can make sure that you have got, is that right? Yeah, let me get this turned. Just make sure that you buy the kit, and then you're going to have a fabric for each piece. So that's why when I do a project, I have Two Chicks Quilting kit my fabrics for the project. And that way, let me put this piece in here. Okay. That way I know it's going to look right. And one of the two chicks, Nicole, that's Two Chicks Quilting in Ganado, Texas. It's a quilt shop. Nicole's very good at choosing fabrics. And so she's put, I just handle it. Same thing I told Diane yesterday about, that what in EQ8, I said, look, I'm not married to the fabric choices in the blocks that we chose. We did our best. But if you think it will look better, because she has a gift of being able to choose fabrics, if you think it will look better, then let me know. Just creative license. And she said, yay, I'm glad you said that. And she's off to the races, So don't feel like you're going to be stuck and you can't do anything. Okay. There's options out there. Paula loves the Two Chicks way of the fabrics. They're labeled and amazing. Yeah. So you'll get little labels on the fabric that tell you exactly what to use where. We have a lot of embroidery projects coming up this year. Thank you, Scotty Dog. Hey, what's in the kitchen, Scotty Dog? Y'all, we have a virtual kitchen. Scotty's in there banging pots and pans around. I can hear her. So, and if it's your birthday, let us know. There might be some birthday cake. yes, buying a designer line, like a layer cake, Candace is absolutely right. This is a real good way to choose coordinating fabrics because the designers make them so that they all go together. So if you get a layer cake or a fat quarter bundle, that's a real good way to do that. Okay, all the rest of this is just stitching, you guys. No more applique in the rest of this. Okay. So this is kind of the way I've done and arranged this channel on purpose. What do we have here? So that for those people who love to stitch, love to play with their machines, but they don't have that gift for the fabrics. And that's okay. You're blessed with other things, but that's not one of them. And that's where I'm at. And so I just use that, you know, I'll just use a kit and you're welcome here. Barbara made another pot of coffee or is on her way. Okay, thanks, Barbara. She's in charge of the coffee in the kitchen. So the book of the month at the Fat Quarter Shop is Great Granny Squared. If you like old-fashioned patterns, this is by Lori Holt. Okay, it's published by It's So Emma for the Fat Quarter Shop. I have a link to it below in the description box. And it has got quilts, table runners, and labels. It has some quilt labels in here. That's very cool. Take a look at this, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Your birthday was Saturday? Oh, good. Happy birthday, Sailing. It has, it shows how you can do little placemats with the granny squares. You can make pillow tops. You can make runners. You can make a whole quilt like that. Okay. Choosing fabrics and all that. And one of the things you can do is to, so like with this is how I do this. Okay. So, okay, I need a blue background. And then wherever it's yellow or orange or white, I need to find one of Lori Holt's fabrics. And fortunately, Lori Holt's fabrics are all the same color value. So they all go together no matter which one you pick. Oh, there was a quilt that won a ribbon at the show Saturday. It was all made from flour sacks and it was gorgeous. I should have taken a picture. Let me get the, so you've got some patterns here. If you wanted to hand stitch, I would do it in the Luminaire. So you have letters, you have numbers, and there is another pattern in here for this handmade with love. Okay. And then here's all your alphabet. If you wanted to do that as a pattern, you just trace it, you know, onto your paper, onto your fabric, and then you can hand stitch it. If you do that, I don't do that. I would scan in this page into the Luminaire and then use that to make my letters. So am I doing the home sewn from Girlfriend's Quilt Shop? Yes, I am, Dee Dee Ray, and it's going to start in April. All the fabrics and all that's going to ship in April. If you want, I have a link to it below in the description box where it says more ... Pop it up, look down, it says My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop. Okay. And it's on pre-order right now. Pre-order. Oh, that dog bringing her toys in here. I'm going to step on it and squeak. Also, I got my kit. Where's it at? We're going to do some scan and cut this week, y'all. Here it is. This is for the Scan and Cut Passport series. Look at that. That came in. Isn't that cute? So we're going to make some of this stuff this week. If you, they're very easy projects and we can do them together. So you got everything that you need in here. They give you step-by-step instructions on how to make all of these in the digital download file. Okay, what's next? Warm Gray 6. Let me get you up here so you can see what I'm doing. Mama D is right. Kits take the guesswork out of the dilemma of choosing and getting it coordinated. Yeah, I don't have I just don't have my mother is very, very good with that kind of thing. I am not. It's a gift that people have that, you know, not everybody has it. So, and that's okay. because there's a safety net for us. Did I post my calendar? I'm going to. Okay, I will post a calendar. Oh, you guys are bothering me for a calendar. I hesitate to do that because I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And some of you guys are real. You said you were going to do this on this day and you haven't, and you didn't start it. Well, I didn't start it because something else popped. You know what I mean? So I hate to put out a calendar. Still frozen picking fabrics in your mini quilt sailing. I know. I know. So I'm using the mini quilts, and that's this one right here. Okay. I'm using that to push me through. Most of those fabrics are from the same fabric line. That one by Layla Boutique. See, I put power tools with thread on the mailbox. Isn't that cute? Here's something you guys don't understand because you don't see it on your end. Well, I get very lovely emails from people. I also get emails from people that said, you said you were gonna, and you said this, and you said that, and you da 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 da. And I'm like, am I doing a meet and greet in New Hampshire? No, Belch Cats, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just do not have time. Okay. I'm getting there on Wednesday. We have class on Thursday, class Friday, Saturday, and I leave on Sunday. So I'm sorry. No. Yeah. So if I put a calendar out, I try to stick to, I have a calendar. Miss Bonnie runs my calendar. I have a calendar that tells me what I'm doing and when. And so every Monday I have a Prim block. That makes it easy, right? Tuesdays I was doing Sweetheart Street, but that's done. So tomorrow I'm going to probably do the March. I'll start the March mini quilt. I can't make everyone happy, especially with women. Kimberly, you're funny. Yeah, and I hate to let you guys down. Meet and greet in Maitland. I don't have a meet and greet scheduled. No, I'm sorry. No. No, it's not easy. You're right, Nancy. She says it's not easy. Yeah. And I'm not doing meet and greets, y'all, because I am going there to teach. And those people are paying for my time and my, all of that. And so there's just no time for a meet and greet. And a lot of times I would love to go. Sometimes I'll go to dinner with the class members if they want to go afterwards. And so there just really isn't time for that. Okay. All right. So, all right, we're just going to let this thing do its stitching. Let me show you guys. Fat Quarter Shop sent me some goodies. Oh, I meant to tell you too. On the Great Granny Squared book, they sent this to me as their book of the month. Okay. And I showed you my book because I already have this book. So you know what that means? This is going to be a giveaway one week. Maybe not this week. Don't hold me to it. But yeah, that'll be a giveaway. Won't that be nice? So Fat Quarter Shop also has out for some notions of the month. They have got triangles, and these are 9-inch jelly braid paper. These are great if you want to make like those braided table toppers, table runners. Nice, right? You just stitch on the line. Oh, Amy, you're sweet. No need to be snarky just because I need to eat and sleep. Yeah, there's that, right? Okay. Do I have a list of future kits? So that I can put together. I can let you guys know what month a sew along is planned. Okay. I can let you know that because we are waiting for, the fabrics to come in from the manufacturer to chicks. So we had a strategic planning meeting for 2026 already. And we are, we figured out what projects we're going to be doing and when, but as to which day I'm actually doing it, that I can't. Okay. So that will be good. All right. I'll give you guys what month I'm going to start doing what projects. We have some cute stuff coming up. I'm really excited. Okay. So 5-inch jelly braid paper, if you want little ones. So there's a jelly braid paper. This is what it looks like here. See the jelly braid? That means you can use a 2.5-inch strip. That's why they call it a jelly for the Moda's jelly roll. And there's the 9. Okay. So that they also put out 10-inch paper roses foundation papers. So you can make this one. You want to talk about using up some scraps. You know, that'd be cool. You could do like 1 rose in blues for January, pinks for a pink rose for February, a green for March, right? Yellow for April. Wouldn't that be nice? So this is what it could look like. It shows you all of that. Pretty neat. Also, let me go through these for y'all. I've got some patterns. They have got out, if you're doing the stitchy seeds, they now have pansies. That has come out. Very cute. And this is Aster Trails. This is designed by Sarah Price for It's So Emma, which is the publishing company for the Fat Quarter Shop. That's really pretty. This is, it's got different sizes. It has a small lap, large lap, and queen, and it's a square quilt. Okay, so this would be really nice in my living room, but I'm not making it. I don't hand stitch, but if I did, I would probably jump on this. It's called Silent Night. So I've got a link below to Fat Quarter Shop. Any link to the Fat Quarter Shop, you click on it and jump over there and then do their search box for the pattern you want. I get credit for that, just FYI. That's why I'm telling you all that, okay? So editing is way too much work. Yeah. Editing videos. Oh, my least favorite thing in the world. Okay. Thank you, Diane. She says, I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. Well, I mean, it's a living too, right? But yeah, I will create a kit list of things I am doing, but a lot of them are not available right now, and I don't have a link to them because you can't get them yet. Next is Nectar. All right. So Jennifer Long, the main digitizer at Riley Blake, is doing some super cute embroidery stuff coming up. No, I am not doing the nutcrackers, y'all. I had someone email me and ask me about that. I don't like nutcrackers. They creep me out. I don't know why. So I'm not doing the nutcrackers. And I'm not doing any of the buildings either for the little town. But there are some other things that I'm going to be doing. So just letting you guys know that. I know y'all are keeping your eyeballs on those things. It's so nice that we got so many things to do as stitchers, isn't it? So many things. I got lots of Kimberbell projects coming up for the year. Some stitch alongs. Those are going to be fun. There's a lot to do. You've always hated nutcrackers. I don't know why, y'all. That's the weirdest thing. Maybe it's cultural because, you know, it's European. Now, I like the Nutcracker Ballet. That's fun. I love that. But I've never been a fan of those. Never had one in the house. You don't like clowns? I love clowns. I think they're funny. Mary Jo says nutcrackers creep me out too. I thought I was the only one. I don't want those in my house. Ooh, too funny. Y'all are funny. I love it. Okay. This has a lot of heavy stitching in it. Y'all, this has a lot of heavy stitching in it. Let me show you what's going on here. I haven't been paying close attention because I've been talking to y'all. All right. So see, I've got some puckering down here at the bottom, right? If you're doing an embroidery project and you start to see puckering, add more stabilizer to the back, okay? It's your machine won't mind. So I'm going to take this other piece, and I've got a whole lot more stitching on here. Do I have a smaller piece of stabilizer? I think I do. Let me see here. I think I do. Yeah. Yeah, your machine won't mind a bit, and your project will thank you for it. I'm starting to see puckers all in here. Now, I think these will press out, but all you have to do is just put another piece of stabilizer on the back of the hoop. Where's my cut and press thing? Here it is. And that will help that quite a bit. All right. Hi, handsome.
Oh.
The quilt's up. The quilt is on the door. Okay. He has to move that in order to be able to get out the door. You want to show everybody all your...
See, y'all kept me busy last night.
Those are seam rippers. He put a notice out on Facebook that he had more seam rippers in our store site, and all of a sudden the orders just started flying in.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, let me...
No, I'll go out back here.
I don't mind.
No,
You're here. I'm here. Let's do this.
my dogs, they don't like to walk all the way around.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Come on, dog, run.
Back door, babe. All right, y'all. This is real life here, you guys. Real life. There. These are so tight magnets holding this up. Oh, so I can take it up and down as I need to all the time. I love it. There we go. Okay. You got your favorite color ordered and good. That's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, he put, I don't know, 30 or 40 of them on the internet, and they're just about all gone. I like that system too, Amy. It's really nice. I can switch out my quilts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So now we can get to going again. Okay. Make sure that, yeah. So if you're doing some embroidery and you see something wrong, don't stick your head in the sand and think it'll be fine, because it won't. It just gets worse. So do what you can to try to add some stability behind it. Okay. And that can help. You know what else I'm going to do? Where am I? I'm at stitch 6,500. Let me cut this. I'm going to run that basting stitch again. Okay. So here's what you do. This is on the fly, you guys. So I'm going to go back. I need to run that basting stitch. So I look up here and I see that I'm at stitch 6,500 out of 17,000, right on the money. You can take a picture with your phone if you want so that you can remember. I'm going to go, I'm just going to hit return. Okay, so there we are at the beginning again, and the preview is showing me the basting stitch. I'm going to hit embroidery. All right, and now I'm going to do this again. Let me grab the tail of this thread. I want to pull up that bobbin thread. Let me raise the foot. Where's my tweezers? Okay. Let me get that bobbin thread. These tweezers are not behaving. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little knot. And finish the basting stitch. That's going to help. I am not liking these puckers. I don't want to have to stitch this again, because I will, but I don't want to. And so before we get any more stitches in this thing. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go to my needle plus minus, and I'm going to jump ahead 1,000 stitches 6 times. Three, 4, 5, 6, and then 5 times on the plus 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Put okie dokie. Now we're in business. Is it necessary to buy clear blue tiles if your machine has a laser light? So Sharon, what clear blue tiles are is a placement system. It's a placement system for you. Is that right? I'm doing the right thing? Yeah. For you to be able to see exactly where, how that background quilting is going to be placed on your project. So it's different than a laser light. They have 2 different purposes. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So the clear blue tiles are these plastic tiles from KIMBERBELL that allow you to lay them out, okay, wherever, you know, on top of your project. And you might get to where you only have a little bit left. So if you were using an 8x8 and an 8x8 and your project is 18 square, okay, then you would use an 8x8, 8x8, that's 16. And you'd use those 2 down here so that that's 16 square. And then you would use a 2x8 on the side. Okay. And then that allows you to choose the 8x8 embroidery pattern and another 8x8. And they're so close together that you can't tell that they're separate. And then you get the 2x8 embroidery pattern. So the clear blue tiles allow you to align, put marks with an iron away marker of where everything needs to go. So they're very, very handy. Okay. And I like to use those for the smaller embroidery projects that I'm not going to put on the long arm. You can do that. Okay. It's just it's a straight on visual way to see. You're not guessing and, you know, kind of wondering and thinking it might work, but you know it's going to work. So that's why I like them. They're not cheap, but they're worth it. Okay. This is working out fine. I think I staved off any kind of puckering. Sally, hey, he just missed that. He wants me to help him make a quilt for his physical therapist, who is he's having a baby boy. Oh, okay, nice. That's cool. This I just figured out. You like the tip I told you before about forwarding through the stitches? Just flip up the clip on the hoop, and the hoop won't jump all around. That's what I just did. That's annoying, right? So how do I like the King Quilter better than the Grace machine that I had? How do I like it better? For a long arm, it's a fabulous machine, absolutely fabulous. I do not care for the Grace software. And the only reason is because it doesn't have a crosshair on the screen. That's the only reason. It's good software, but it doesn't have a crosshair. And I am forever getting out of alignment. And I need a crosshair too, so. Okay. I mean, it's just my personal preference. That's all. Let's see. Do you guys watch Belle Bruner? She is a pattern designer and now a fabric designer for Benartex. So excited for her. I was talking to her the other day. I saw her at, we spent some time together at Road to California last January. in 25 at the Sewing Machines Plus booth and got to know one another and just love her. And so she got the 16 of the Sewing Machines Plus, and she's starting to learn how to long arm on that little 16. I'm so proud of her. She's a sweetie. She lives in Arkansas. How come I can't pull this through? What's happening? What's wrong? Come on. There we go. Something was hung up. Oh, I got to show you guys what I did. I finished the applique of the month this weekend. Her husband's learning quilting too. Oh, good. That's great. Yeah. I told her that Keith was doing those legit kits. Yep. Winter is a great time to do that for guys because they need to be doing something other than just laying around and watching TV. Okay. Oh, I have a thread I need to trim because it's cold outside. Nothing to do, right? Okay. I've already washed this and everything since I finished it. So there's one side and there's the other. Yay, it's done. Very nice. Love it. So to get all of the wash away off, I just threw it in the washer, you guys. That's how it came out. There's the back. You can trim the tails. Don't trim the knots. Making an applique baby quilt. What type of stabilizer should I use? Cuties, mama, that depends on your finished stitch. If it's going to be a blanket stitch to applique the pieces down, then you can use no-show mesh, which is very soft in a quilt. If you are going to be using a satin stitch, then you would want to use a tearaway, okay, like a medium weight tearaway. And then you can tear it away from all of the stitches once the block is finished. It's a satin. Okay, you're going to want to use a tearaway. Yeah. Anytime you've got a heavy, dense stitch, if it's words, you know, lettering just like this, okay, this is what tearaway looked like on this woven. And it turned out just fine. So, you know, not a lot of puckers, all right? I don't recommend a heavyweight tearaway or a cutaway, like a heavyweight cutaway, like what's on the back of hockey jerseys, because that makes that applique very stiff. So when you use a tearaway and you get finished with it, all you have is the tearaway that is inside of the stitching for embroidery, okay? That's what I would recommend. Who is Belle? Belle Bruner is a pattern and fabric designer. So she has a YouTube channel. You're waiting for Juju to get Easy Tear back in stock? Is it out, Bonnie? Yeah. Everybody likes it. Yep. I'm sure it's ordered. No, so a laser light on your machine is not the same thing as clear blue tiles. I have a video on how to use clear blue tiles. I made one. I had a Lori Holt panel that, you know, was a pre-printed panel that I wanted to turn into a pillow. And so I put batting behind it, okay? And I used those clear blue tiles to mark exactly where the pattern would go, so that I knew that's where they would go. The laser light on your machine, you might have a downward directed laser. So like on the Luminaire, you have a crosshair laser, and you also have the ability to direct the pattern down onto the project, but that's just a little window of it. You don't actually know where it's going to land without moving it all around in the hoop. So what the clear blue tiles does is you lay out the tiles on top of the fabric on your table, and then you mark center, corner, 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 and the sides. And then you can take it like that 8x8, like I was talking about, and set it right next to it, make sure it's aligned, and mark your corners again. So now you know for a fact that this 8x8 embroidery design and this one, because let's say it's all stippling, they're going to actually nest to where it doesn't look like they're two separate pieces. That's really difficult to do just using the downward display on a machine. So what's next? Oh, This pretty blue is next. So y'all are still talking about nutcrackers. Yeah, they're kind of creepy. Gosh, I've almost got this done, y'all. Oh, I still got another 10 some minutes. Our hour is up. Can you believe it? My goodness. So let me work with Bonnie on putting a calendar together for you guys of what's going to be done and when. And I will put it in the description box of my videos so I can say you can go below and click on that and it'll tell you. And it's always subject to change. Let me put that out there. I don't want you guys, you know, if I say I'm going to do it, I am going to do it. But I just, and I learned my lesson on the prairie home. If I don't have the, if I don't have it done in EQ8, so I know exactly what it's going to look like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it because I got so stuck on that fabric. It was horrible. I hated it. Put this back in here. Thread the needle. All right. Okay, you guys, our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. This has been fun. Cuties Mama, you can get the clear blue tiles. I'll put a link to them below since we were talking about them, okay, in the description box. I'll be sure to do that. Be on your way out the door. You guys hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on your TV, get your TV remote and hit the channel up button or whatever Roku requires of you to do that, if that's how you roll. I really enjoyed our time together. So I hope you can get into your sewing room and get something under the needle or maybe do a little bit of decluttering, okay? Oh, I still have to do that other room. Oh my gosh. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Y'all go sew something. Like and subscribe. Bye.